Alright, I got this windy, seagull-filled harbor marina to film this video in, but this is my new car. I've had it for almost a year already. It's a 2010 Mercedes-Benz E350 4Matic all-wheel drive. There are two variations to get the E-Class in. Basically, there is a luxury line and a sport line. This particular one is the luxury line. You get this guy trapping out in his Mazda. That's fucking great. But basically the luxury line, it gives you some nicer things like a round exhaust tips, these 18-inch style alloy wheels, and then the chrome lining around the entire car, which I actually prefer the styling of. This is the pre-refreshed W212, so it has my preferred front end too. So it has the hood emblem in the front. Now you can also get several packages of this car. There's Premium Package 1 and Premium Package 2. Premium Package 2 rolled in things like these LED adaptive swivel headlights and LED running lamps, as well as the washers. This one also has front and rear park assist as an option. So to unlock the car, you just grab the handle. This one has the MB-Tex black leather interior, the leatherette interior. It's pretty common that these seams split with age. I've already had it repaired on this car, that's why the interior is so clean. Also does have the all-weather floor mats. I just had to get inside. I couldn't take being out there any longer with these people. It's pretty entertaining though. So this one has the burl wood trim throughout. Another separate option that it has is the keyless go. And then as you can see, I got my oil change due in 800 miles. So this is it. Well, what powers this thing is a 3.5 liter naturally aspirated dual overhead cam V6 paired to the 7G 7-speed automatic transmission, which is supposedly rock solid reliable. I bought the car with 93,000 miles last June. Here's the quick backstory. I won't make it long, but the car came in on trade at a previous dealer I worked at a brand new Cadillac store in the Hamptons on Long Island. It was a one-owner Bayville car. The price was right, so I just, So coming over to the driver's door, everything is soft on the entire door, of course. It's for the mid-size luxury class. You get these LED running strips at night that light up underneath the doors throughout the entire car and across the dash. Harman Kardon audio, of course, in this. It's got like I don't even know how many way adjustable driver's seat, but the power headrest and all that, just pretty trick. I like that. And I like that it's on the door as well, kind of Mercedes style. Rear fog light, never had a car with that. That's cool, I like that. And people get mad at me and high beam me. I kind of high beam them back with this, and it's really funny. Automatic headlights, they are the xenon swivel ones. And then you get your parking lights over here. Coming down here, power mirrors and the automatic windows. You get an auto dimming driver and rear view mirror with this model as well. The parking brake release, it's a push pedal. Coming over here, you get your rain sensing wipers, as well as the turn signals, tap once for 3 blinks, and then the power tilting and telescoping steering wheel. I don't want to move it because it's where I like it. 3-person memory for both driver and passenger. I never use it because I'm the only one that drives the car, so I'm number one. Uno, which is nice. Coming over here to this wheel, you got the center screen in front for the driver. Basically, to left and right scrolls you through trip and navigation, service information, tire pressure, yada yada. Phone, what's playing, and then whatever I select I can go up into and then change channels, do whatever, as you can see, and then go back home. I usually leave it on the instant miles per gallon screen with my fuel range, which, speaking of fuel, I average about 21, 22 miles to gallon in this car when it's decent out. In the winter, it's about 18, 19. It's a big, heavy all-wheel drive car, 3.5 liter V6. I'm not really expecting much more than that. But I think it does pretty good. Gas tank's huge. It gets like a 420 mile range, which I think is nice. Cruise control over here, it's separate, Mercedes style. I really like it because when I set the speed, it lets me know in the center, which is cool. This one does have the first iteration of attention assist, which was new for this model and the S-Class back then. Basically, when you're on long trips driving, if you start kind of going about in the lane, there's a camera integrated behind the rearview mirror that will pick up on that and tell me to wake up and get some coffee or something, which is pretty cool. I've only tripped it once, but I'm a pretty alert driver, so I think that's cool. Get your voice control over here. I'm not going to go through that because it's 2010 voice control. It's pretty hit or miss, but it works okay. Volume up and down, and then mute button, and answer and hang up a call. I love this style. It's awesome. I find myself playing with the volume all the time. Another reason why I bought this particular car is that none of the buttons in here are peeled off like most German cars. Basically anything that would be wrong with a German interior is not wrong with this car. The only thing I guess I can gripe about is that the wood has kind of faded, but in the sun to like a bluish green, which actually looks decent with the exterior of the car, so can't complain too much there. Coming over to the center, you get your heated seats, tri-stage, driver, passenger, the rear headrest release, and then the peasant shade for the rear there. Parking sensors on and off as well. That's always nice. I never turn them off. I leave them on all the time. This is for the front Parktronic. As I get close to stuff, it'll show me how close I'm getting. And then in the rear view, in the roof, I have the rear one. It also makes a sound. Down here, you get Mercedes Command. This is my favorite. My brother has a 340i. I like Command better. I'm a kind of a Mercedes guy. Toggle up where you want to go, full navigation. For how old this car is, this system is really kind of hilariously accurate. I do use the navigation to get around. It's polite, it has an English accent, and 9 times out of 10, it gets me where I need to go. So, navigation is still relevant in this car 9 years later, which is crazy. It just goes to show how with the times that this car is. Which is why I didn't mind kind of buying an older vehicle. It's compared to my 92, it's way newer, it's still within the decade, so I said, what the hell, why not? So there's the map. I like that I have hard buttons here, you know, auxiliary and all that. It's pretty nice. I can call people with the keypad or set my presets. Skip, SD card for those people, and then answer and hang up a call again. Dual zone auto climate, I have it off right now because it's nice out, but that's always good. Then in here you get the, it's a luxury car, so if you still want to smoke it up you can. You get a real ashtray with a cigarette lighter, but I pulled that out, so I have a power outlet. This is my daily, so it's blown out with the Altoids and the chapstick and the dirt and, you know, shit everywhere. And nice dirty all weather over there too. Another thing that I like about this, comfort and sport mode, it actually does do something to the car. This does have a performance package on it from factory, which gets Brembo brakes. This car actually is an old man boaty car that also handles and can haul some ass when you want it to, which I like. Back and clear for the Command, and then I love this. The split opening console, so if I'm driving and have my arm here, the passenger can just pull up and they can still get into the center console with the pen holder, and it's quite deep. There's a power outlet in there, it's full of papers. Coming down to the glove box here, I'll pull it down. I do have my wire kind of jammed in here. This is the sign that the car is a little dated in technology. I don't really have a Bluetooth streaming audio. That didn't come until 2012, I don't think, or 2011. Got some touch-up paint in there, necessary. Original owner's manual, and then all service receipts. Now, in terms of reliability, I waited to make this video just so I didn't look like I was talking out of my ass. I've been driving this car for basically 11 months now, and I've put over 15,000 miles on it, and I have not had a single issue. So, say what you will about German cars, but I got that going for me. Down here, too, both front seats got this cool storage. There's just tons of storage in here. It's like an SUV, really, just slightly lower to the ground. Up here, I get visors out the ass. You know, can't get blinded. That's good for both sides. Power sliding and tilting roof, and then the reading lamps, LED readers for both passenger and driver under here, then the overheads, and then a separate reading room lamp for the back. Again, and then I get my shade. So I'm done blabbing there. I'll go ahead and pop the hood and the trunk. It has a power trunk too, which I like. I also like the door sills and the power lumbar that's down here. See these, this is the worst curved wheel, of course, I'm showing, but 18s, and it runs on Pirelli Centrato P7s. Those are my favorite all-season tire. As you can see, there's LED lighting that continues into the rear. Overall, this thing has got a gorgeous interior. That's really why I bought it. I took it home for a night and basically fell in love with it. Okay. This is a great film location. As you can see, here's the dash. It's got a nice looking interior. Back here, I got my charging setup. I don't need to leave this open, but I do. Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. I did that with my elbow. Trunk's huge. 60/40 split fold seats. Does have a backup camera. And I like the back of this car with the dual exhaust. Over here you got a dirty, daily driven 3.5 liter M272 Mercedes V6. Probably one of the most reliable motors that they've made, along with the V8 that came in this era S-Class. In terms of maintenance, I've only done normal things like transmission, fluid and filter, differential, did spark plugs, air filters. I basically did the required service at 100,000 miles. Current miles on this car are 109 to 11. I bought this car with 92, like 800. So really 93,000 miles. So you do the math. It's been 11 months, so no issues to report. It's a great daily driver. I look forward to many more years to come with this thing. I'm gonna find out how far it can go, basically. Thanks for watching.